Hi, a customer asked me to look at their vehicle they had just purchased. It's a 1966 Mustang. It is a 6-cylinder car. You can tell from the 4-lug wheels. It's kind of an orange color. I don't think it's a factory color. It's got a white vinyl top on it, which is in pretty good shape. The vehicle has a salvage title. It has various problems, and that's what she wants me to address because she loves the car and wants to get it on the road and enjoy it. Another thing I noticed was the rock shield is down on the passenger side versus on the driver's side. The bottom valance is bent. You can definitely see. It's not bad, but it is bent. The door gaps are a little tight on this one side. It could be due to the accident the car was in originally. You can see the bottom is really tight. The whole fender is actually kind of tight to the door. It's got some scrapes in the paint job. Looks like on the vinyl top there's a gap right there. I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Moisture could get in there. As you can see, the back seat is coming apart, probably due to the sun. Ate the original upholstery up. The back bumper has been damaged. That's an easy fix. The quarter panels don't look too bad. There's a little bit of rust down at the bottom there, you can see, but not bad. I've seen a lot worse. Trunk lid looks like it lines up okay. It's got some brand new taillights on it, looks like. Yeah, there might have been a previous problem there right at that quarter panel. I can see a little bit of Bondo or body filler. Getting to the interior, door's missing the end cap for the adjustment on the window. The door panels seen better days. The window regulator is shot. I tested that out and it doesn't respond. It's got a brand new, looks like a new cluster with the white stickers in the gauges. Pretty nice. It's got the original steering wheel and steering wheel horn button. It's a 3-speed manual transmission. Looks like it's got an old school Alpine stereo in it. Looks like it's got a brand new glove box door. Door panel's coming apart on that side. Headliner's in pretty good shape. It's white. Back seat is shot. It's got some kind of interesting seat covers in the front. Need to be replaced. They're old, although not ripped. The wing window is missing its arm to lock it down, to secure it. I'm guessing they probably used it to get into the car. Door hinges need to be lubricated. You could hear it pop just a minute ago. And if you don't lubricate those, that little cam on there is gonna wipe itself out. Window moves on the passenger side, but really slow. Needs probably new window rollers and greasing. Door panel shot. Everything's intact on the end of the door. Looks like the dash pad's a little bit on the warp side. Not too bad. Usable. If you notice when I shut the door, when I push in on the latch, you can feel that the hinge, or the door latch is dragging on top of the post. You can see it's really shiny right there at the post. And when you close it, you can feel it. The door is probably sagging a little bit, or it's lack of adjustment on that post sticking out. I'm inspecting the brakes to see if there's any problems. This is the passenger rear drum brake. Brake shoes look pretty good. They're riveted, heavy duty. I took a screwdriver and I peeled back the boots on the wheel cylinders. on both sides. They were nice and dry, which is a good sign. But when I checked this car out originally, the master cylinder was empty, so there's a problem somewhere. I'll find it. So I got the brake drum off on the driver's side rear. Brake shoes look good. Got riveted shoes. Check the wheel cylinders out. They're not leaking. It's got some brake dust, but that's no big deal. Looking underneath the car, I noticed that the muffler has holes in it, and love the hanger. It's a wire coming off the back. The car has air shocks on it, which means the leaf springs are probably done. You can see the line coming off the shock. Looks like it's got a rear pinion leaking, and it looks like maybe it's been spraying all over the bottom of the car. I don't know if you can see all that wetness right there. See the distance where it's all dry on the sheet metal, and then all of a sudden it is all wet. And if you look at the front of the yoke, it's wet too, along with the back of the driveline. I also noticed that if you look way down there, see if I can zoom in. If you look at the rear transmission area right there where the support is, there's no brake line, no parking brake. I pulled the left front brake drum off and wheel. I did find a little bit of wetness on the wheel cylinder, so I'm going to recommend, the back ones weren't leaking, but who knows how old they are. I might recommend replacing all 4 of them, but this one's definitely got a little bit of wetness behind it. These brake lines look pretty old. I would probably recommend changing those too. Everything else doesn't look too bad. The drum looks pretty nice. It's a little glazed on the brake shoes, but not bad. The hub came off from the drum. I guess it never was staked on, but I don't know how much of a problem that is. But here's the inside of the fender well. I probably should have my light on so you can see better. It looks okay. Just looks like an old Mustang. It's even got Zerp fittings on the lower control arms. That's a good thing. Those didn't come that way. They had to put those on there. Got the right front brake drum off. I checked the wheel cylinder out. It has a little bit of wetness inside the wheel cylinder. Also, I see rust, which is not good. They've probably been on there a while. Brake line looks old. I was looking at the front end of this car while I was underneath it, and I noticed that the headlight, the front fender is not fastened to the inner apron. Maybe they couldn't get it to line up, I don't know. Also, if you look at the splash guard up in the fender, that's supposed to be up against the fender, and it's bent. You can see it's kind of twisted. It's not going to be a life killer, but it'd be nice to have that be right. Looking underneath the front end of the car, I noticed that the idler arm, the bushings are tired. They're all cracked. The inner tie rod end booty is ripped. Not going to hold grease that way. So here's the orange car running. It's got a factory fan shroud on it. Little sheet metal fan. You put your hand up in the front there. Man, it's sucking a lot of air. I'm impressed. Motor runs pretty good. It's got some exhaust leaks. All in all, it runs pretty good. Kind of loud. Needs a rear balance too, along with the rear bumper. It needs exhaust. The exhaust is shot in the back. That's why it's so loud. About ready to take it for a cruise.